Hello everyone.
We are second semester student of Universitas Negeri Semarang.
We will present the result of the video of teaching mathematics in English as a project assignment for the English for Education Mathematics course.
Previously, let us introduce our group. My name is Tegar Febru Hidayatullah.
My name is Hanum Setianingsih.
My name is Mayra Zara Sofia. We hope this video will benefit the viewers.
Enjoy watching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. How are you today? I hope you're all healthy and ready to learn. Before we start our lesson, let's begin with a prayer. I will lead the prayer today. Pray begin. Pray finish. Alright, let's review what we learned about in the previous lesson. Do you still remember a to the power of n written as a to the power of n? In that expression, a is called the base, which is the number is being multiplied repeatedly, and is called the exponent or power, which shows how many times the base is multiplied. For example, if a equals 2 and n equals 4, then 2 to the power of 4 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 16. So in general, a to the power of n equals a times blah 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 times a n times. That's the definition of exponent. Today we will continue learning about the properties of exponent. Our learning objective today is number 1, to recall the meaning of an exponent. Number 2, to identify and understand of properties of exponent. Number 3, to apply exponent rules to solve problems. Before we begin, let me ask you, are you ready to learn about the properties of exponent today?
Okay, after learning about exponent in the previous meeting, in this meeting we will continue with the material on the properties of exponent. Does anyone know how many properties of exponent? Please raise hand. No one know? Okay, I will explain. The properties of exponent, there are 8, namely, the first property is a to the power of n times a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of n plus n. Then the second property is a to the power of n divided by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of n minus n. Then the third property is a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of n times n. The fourth property is a times p to to the power of m is equal to a to the power of m times b to the power of m. Yes. Then the fifth property is a divided by b to the power of m is equal to a to the power of m divided by b to the power of m. Then a to the power of minus m is equal to 1 divided by a to the power of m. Next, n root of a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of m divided by n. And the last property is a to the power of 0 is equal to 1, where a not equal to 0. Now, the question is, how can the properties of exponent be formulated? To find the answer, let's understand it together. It has been explained earlier that a to the power of n is equal to a times a times a and times and so on times a, where a is n times. So the first property states that a to the power of m times a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. The proof is a to the power of m is equal to a times a times a times and so on times a, where a is m times. Then it will multiply by a to the power of n. A to the power of n is equal to a times a times a times and so on times a, where a is n times. In this form, we can write that a to the power of m plus n. So the first properties of exponent is proven. For more detail, let's look at the example. The example is 6 to the power of 3 times 6 to the power of 2. In this form, we can write the 6 times 6 times 6 for 6 to the power of 3, and then it will be multiplied by 6 to the power of 2 is 6 times 6. In this form, we can write 6 to the power of 5 because 6 is 5 times. Then enter the second properties, where a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus n. Let's go straight to the example. For example, 6 to the power of 5 divided by 6 to the power of 3. This is equal to 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 divided by 6 times 6 times 6. In this form, we can simplify, and the result is 6 times 6, or 6 to the power of 2. The result is same when we use the second properties, where 6 to the power of 5 divided by 6 to the power of 3. For the second properties is 6 to the power of 5 minus 3. The result is 6 to the power of 2. This is same. Okay, enter the third properties, where a to the power of m raised n is equal to a to the power of m times n. The proof is a to the power of m raised by n. This is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of m times a to the power of m, and so on, a to the power of m, where a to the power of m is n times. As we have proven earlier, that a to the power of m times a to the power of n is a to the power of m plus n. We can use these first properties in this form. This is equal to a to the power of m plus n plus m plus and so on plus m, where m is n times. So we can write this form by a to the power of m times n. Based on this result, the third properties has been proven. Example, 7 to the power of 4 raised to the power of 3. The result is 7 to the power of 4 times 3, or 7 to the power of 12.
Well done, everyone. Today we have completed learning about the properties of exponent from number 1 to 3. What do you think about our lesson today?
It was fun, Miss.
Now, let's take a moment to review and reflect on what we've learned. First, when we multiply powers with the same base, add the exponent. 2. When we divided powers with another powers, subtract the exponent. 3. When we have an exponent raised to another exponent, multiply the exponent. Now, I want to give you a short quiz to check your understanding. If you know the answer, please raise your hand.
Okay, Miss.
First question, what is 4 to the power of 4 times 4 to the power of 5? Okay, good.
The answer is 4 to the power of 9.
Right answer. Next question. What is 5 to the power of 3 divided by 5? Okay, Ari.
The answer is 5 to the power of 2.
Right answer. Okay. You have a great job today. Learning the properties of exponent may feel new or hard at first, but with practice, it will more get easier. I encourage you to ask questions whenever you feel confused. The more you practice, the better you will understand. Now, I want to give you a homework, and please do exercises on page 48, exercise through number 1 to 5. Please write your answer neatly in your notebook and bring them to the next class. In our next class, we will continue about learning the properties of exponent, focusing on number 4 to 8. Please prepare yourself to review this lesson today, so you are well prepared. Okay, I think time is up. Let's end our class with a prayer. Prayer begin. Finish. See you next class, and don't forget to do your homework. Thank you for your participation and attention. See you next class. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.